Am I a liar? No. Is it possible for a Christian to lie? Yes, it is. But is it necessary? No. Do I have to go and lay up with a woman? Yes. No. I've got a wife. She's the only woman I want. Believe me, one's enough. Adultery. I love my wife, though. I didn't mean to sound bad. She's a good woman. I've got a good wife, 5 children. She's a wonderful mother and a wonderful wife. I walk right by them. This is fine. I'm looking for some specific items, so non-perishable things. Anyways. Don't show this to too many people because my wife usually does the shopping. So. We're not just wandering vagabonds like bums and street people like some people. We try to eat. My wife's a good dietitian, so we do colon cleanses and do things to keep us healthy on the road. We have order in our life. We homeschool our children. We shop and we eat ice cream and hamburgers and we cry and we laugh and we get sad and we get happy and we love God. Good stuff for stress. Sharp habanero. Good for you. Good. Now this is beautiful, brother. Very nice. Yes, had a real good day yesterday. Great. Had a good crowds. And
Did you get chased off or nothing?
No, police were there, but it got a little goofy at the end there. One kid wanted, and his little woman, well, he was playing the valiant, you know. But I just, kind of rebuked him in the preaching. And I got down from the rock, and I was just mingling. And it was going real good, having this good one-on-one and real fruitful. And then he'd come up on his bike near 5 o'clock. I mean, it's near about 5 o'clock, Started screaming, yelling, so I rebuked him for his sin. He's fornicating, him and his girlfriend, He didn't like that, and he shoved me. And then he shoved me again after, but that was about the highlight. How you doing? Believe the Lord. Yeah, I would. That's the fella, I think, that tried to push me. Yeah. Got really mad. I believe it looks just like him. It's either that or his twin. Your question was again? But yeah, it's a pretty good day. We do field trips with our kids. We go to, we've been to Grand Canyon, Yosemite, Yellowstone, Alcatraz, just east, west, north, south. There you go.
Now, you have to be careful. It has started to take it up a couple of times.
All right. Good man. Thank you. Being a fisherman is okay, but the Lord has called us to be fishers of men. And Fishing for men is a lot more difficult than fishing for trout. Thank you. Sometimes men try to entangle you in their with the lures and the bait that they lay out there. And sometimes you wonder, are we fishing for them or are they fishing for us?
You know what Ted is? And you know what Ted still is?
He's a man.
Ted is a homo. That's
When
what
Peter and those fishermen went out, they never used this right here. Never used a hook with a spinner on it. They always used nets.
a pastor of a church. He's a liar, asking his church members. He's nothing but a queer and a sodomite and whatever else he was.
Always use nets. This denotes I'm trying to trick somebody. In this case, I'm trying to trick a trout, and I have done, and it's succeeded in fooling trout. But men in modern day evangelism, what they're trying to do is what I'm trying to do here today. I'm trying to fool a trout and lure him into taking my hook here on this lure. But whenever we go to the gospel, we see that these men used bait, and those fish knew when they let those drag nets out, they knew it was Peter and Andrew out there again, maybe. And they knew what they were after. They weren't trying to play any games and trying to allure them, but they would throw the net, the gospel net out, and they would preach the gospel to many, to multitudes.
The guy was a lust-filled, demonic, possessed piece of junk. God hates him, and he's going to go to hell for it.
So I think it's an interesting contrast between hooks and nets. The gospel is a drag net. I'm just using a spinner to catch one. Preaching is a drag net that can catch a lot of fish, especially on these college campuses.
Why is it your choice
doesn't
to
repel.
judge him if he's
Because he
weird?
deceived a lot of people, and
But it's
Jesus
not your
said,
choice.
those kind of people are leading many astray, and they followed him for years, and they believed him, and said he was a good man, and then he gets caught in his sin, and where are they?
But it's not your choice.
They believed him.
It's
They
Jesus, it's
believed him.
God's, it's not yours.
My choice for what?
To judge him.
We always say one more cast, and then we take another one and another one and another one.
You mighty right? You know that's the problem, because there's no judgment. You listen to this scripture in Habakkuk. I'm going to read this scripture to you, young lady.
That's how it is with the gospel. You have to keep going back to that campus and casting your nets, trying to catch fish. And we shall do that now.